You are back with me, Cynthia Ng, on #AWANI. For this segment, we will try to understand the essence of an ideology or cult. In the case of the London slavery, the captors allegedly ran a Maoist sect who met the victims through their shared ideological belief. Criminal psychologist Professor Madhya Dr. Sundaramurthy Patmath is on the line. Thank you, Prof, for joining us. Now, firstly, if you could share with us, what is a cult and why do people get involved in it?
Basically, a group that will provide them with that false sense of security that they are seeking for.
How does it have such a powerful effect on people?
It's quite frequent that you'll find those involved in cult groups have difficulty in disassociating themselves from that particular group, so I don't think that even if a person voluntarily wishes to leave, a member of a cult group voluntarily, I think that passage or that accessibility to leave the group will be denied, and I don't foresee it as a convenient process for someone to leave a cult group.
All right, Prof, what kind of psychological manipulation or brainwashing that goes into conditioning someone to stay in a cult? Why does a person stay so long?
Of course, I mean, I'm certain a psychologist will be able to elaborate a little more on the issues related to mind control and so forth. But what happens is, for a sociologist, and generally the explanations given by sociologists in relationship to this matter is the level of attachment, bonding associated among cult groups that plays an eminent role in determining the period of time an individual will be associated with these types of groups. You see, another factor is that if you want to use the word brainwash, or it's not always necessarily true that it's based. They go through a brainwashing process, but many of these individuals who join cult groups went there voluntarily, and they like the status quo. They feel that this group provides them a direction towards the goals of life, and they feel that this cult group may show them the bright path or the right path in a living life, you see. So, again, not every individual who joins a cult group will leave eventually. There are those who stay on for longer periods of time, and of course there are those who also may choose to opt out of the group, that particular way of life, if they find some other distraction.
Well, in the case of the London slavery, what would your assessment be in regards to the mental well-being of the captives after being subjugated for almost 30 years?
Of course, it will take time, depending on the duration of your association with that group, and I think, of course, they will need professional help, whether through counseling and bonding with other people who are not affiliated with such groups to regain control of their own lives and lead their lives in mainstream society. But there are many types of cult groups. You know, some generally when we talk about cult groups, we are referring to groups that are religiously associated or associated with some kind of religion. But there are also cult groups that goes beyond religion. It's got to do with political ideology. It's got to do with socio-economics. So the factors that determine an individual staying on a group or voluntarily leaving a group depends on the nature of the cult group itself.
Thank you, Prof. Now we go for a short break. Stay with us.